How many times we said that?
No, I'm telling you now. I'm serious.
I was thinking about this today. Exactly. I've tried to think long and hard of where I've seen a worse West Ham performance than that, and I've seen a lot of shit over the years, but that is right up there from everything, from the team selection. But first of all, I know the players have got a little bit of stick today, but I'm going to give them a round of applause because they joined in on the boycott as well last night. Fair play to the boys. But honestly, mate, it was poor. It was bad. It was worrying. That's the thing as well. There's not even no positives to take. The only positive I can take from that, it was only 2-0.
Yeah,
lucky.
It should have been a lot more.
Should have been 5-6.
They hit the post several times, didn't they? And
hit the bar 4 times, I think.
Yeah, post the bar.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, it just they was.
But I mean, the team selection, like when the teams come out, I thought, is this a reserve game or something? I mean,
weird, wasn't it?
For him to start with that lineup, you look even at defence. He's played Walker Peters at left back, Scholes at right back. He's brought Tebow in, and then the two in midfield, Souček and Irvine. I'm looking at it thinking to myself,
where the fuck is that?
I'm thinking to myself, they must have really impressed him during the international break.
Do you have some chocolates or something?
I do not know, mate. I can't work it out, and I can't, for the life of me, work out why. Because that game last night, just after the international break, we needed something. We needed a little bit of energy. How can you sit there and tell me that Magassa and Potts would do any worse than them two in midfield last night? Give them a start, because Souček, bless him, I love Souček, but he was non-existent last night.
Yeah.
Irvine, the same. He looked lost. And I've said this many times, he's not good enough to be in the Premier League. I mean, to be fair, after last night, nor are we. But
no. Yeah, you can say that about nearly every player.
It just did not work. Everything.
I don't know if I've ever looked at a team selection and thought that's random. But like to describe a team selection as random.
I was trying to, it's like he'd done one of them auto pick things.
Yeah.
And on Football Manager, but it was like even up the pitch a little bit. You know, as you said, Souček and Irvine didn't make sense. Bringing Tebow didn't make sense. Switching the right and left back didn't make sense. There must have been a method to his madness. He must have been thinking something.
What was reported was that the players that he picked were the ones he got to work with over international break.
But that's all
it doesn't explain Scholes at right back.
That's all well and good, right? That's all well and good. You got Wan-Bissaka and Diouf. Diouf's been our best player this season.
Yeah.
He's left him out. Maybe it's because they've been flying back. I don't know where Diouf played, if he played. I don't know if he went away with
He played for Senegal.
Yeah, so we've got you got to that point, right? So he might have been thinking about that. But why he switched to right and left back? Irvine and Souček, an untried midfield, right? He played, from what I could see, Somerville was playing through the middle, and Fernandes was on the left, which was fucking odd. Paquetá's, it was like a jumble cell. It was like one of them training games where they just put everyone anywhere. But it does. I mean, but poor Bowen. I felt sorry for Bowen. Because Bowen, he didn't have much to go with all game. No. But you could see he was the only one that was playing in his position for one, and was making any sense. An untried midfield. Tebow coming back in when apparently he's been absolutely fucking shocking in training. The right and left back switch. The goalkeeper stayed the same. That midfield. None of it made any sense for a game, right, that this early on, and I don't care what anybody says, we needed to win.
Do you know what else didn't make sense as well? You've got two strikers on the bench. Why ain't one of them starting? What has Callum Wilson done wrong to Nuno? Because he's not getting a look in, and you see his frustration on the bench last night when he made all 5 subs, and he took his boots off, and you see him laughing.
He's the only striker we've got who's actually scored a goal.
Yeah.
He's the only striker. No other striker. Marshall hasn't scored a goal. Fulker ain't scored a goal. But Wilson hasn't. He can't get a look in.
Yeah, I can't work out. I mean, like, Nuno's got to take stick. And he's 3 games in now. You know, he's got to take stick because that's a poor team selection. And people were saying to me today, he might have had his eye on Leeds. No, win the game. Win that fucking game. Win the Brentford game at first and then take the momentum into Leeds. You can't look at the Leeds game on Friday. We've got 2 games in 4 days. That's why he done it. Brentford, get your fucking first home win. Get your first 3 points on the table.
Maybe he saw Brentford as the less of 2 evils. Well, I mean, they're both better than us.
But he says that, but we're at home. We've won 2 home games all season.
No, I agree.
It's the hardest.
I thought it was very odd. I was starting to think at one point, is it a punishment for the fucking people that are protesting?
No, that's,
No, I don't.
I'm just saying, I'm just
I don't
chucking
think-
that out there,
nah.
mate. Because I'm starting to
I don't
like,
think Nuno really cares about the boycotts, to be honest. He just wants to win games, but
Yeah.
he knows he's got it wrong last night. But you can tell by, I mean, Jared Bowen, like captain, must look around that changing room and look at them players that were starting. Obviously, he's going to back his teammates, but surely they know they're not good enough. Probably he knows they're not. He's thinking to himself, what service am I going to get here? You've got Fernandes, who was playing out of position. He looked lost. Lucas Paqueta, I mean, look, I think he gets a lot of lead play because he's Brazilian. And I really mean that, because when you look at him, I think he is overhyped a bit. I like him, I do, but that was his 100th Premier League appearance last night. He's had 9 assists, 14 goals, and 6 of them were penalties.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. For someone that's hyped up as much as him,
Costs
Somerville,
that
for
much
me,
money.
was the only one willing last night to take people on. And there was times where he was running,
no one
looking
there.
up, and there's no one there, and he's got to take a shot. And one of them, he went down for a penalty, never a penalty, he was looking for it. You see, he stepped across the defender looking for it. But I don't know, mate, I'm worried because I can't see how we're going to get better. I can't look at that bench, I can't look at anyone and think, who's going to change this? Who we got out? We've only got Fulkrug out injured. It's not like we've got players waiting to come back.
Yeah, and he's not a loss.
But
Let's be honest.
the worrying thing for me is they're gutless. There's no fight. There's no heart. There's no passion. Leadership we spoke about before. There's no one willing to fucking take the game by a scruff of the neck and put the fucking tackles in. They're not doing it no more. And it's like they've given up. We're 8 games into the season and you're thinking to yourself, what's the fucking point? People moan about the fans not going last night. You know, they should be more worried about the fucking players turning up because they're not.
I had these fucking discussions this morning with protesting last night. We're protesting against the ball. Look, lost last night, right? That was no different, than any other display. I think that was the worst of them. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of losses, no different to all but 2 of this week. And I think one of them was Ipswich. You know what I mean? And one of them was Leicester. Yeah,
That's the ones
like,
who won.
and that he's not good enough, right? But they're turning around. This is what pisses me off about pundits, right? We've been having these gripes for years and years and years. These pundits are the ones that are not listening to what we've got to gripe about, right? So then all of a sudden, all week I've heard it. They're going to need them fans at the stadium. They're going to need them fans at the stadium. Well, I paid for my fucking ticket.
Yeah.
They need me at the stadium.
I'm not being funny.
Start getting your fucking wallet out.
I'm not being funny, but there was a lot of fans there last night. There was more than what I expected.
They was flogging them on the gates.
39,000, they
They was
reckon.
flogging them at the
I
gates.
know Man United fans that were there. And
Well, there was a picture of a Leeds fan
Leeds,
sitting there
yeah.
with his Leeds tattoo out. That just sums up modern day football for me. Like, but the game, I mean, Brentford, we started off all right. I thought the first 5 minutes we actually looked all right. And then it just went to shit. Once Brentford thought, yeah, we're in this game now, they had chance after chance after chance. They had goal ruled out. They had, obviously, they went 1-0
I
up.
thought that goal ruled out was very fortunate and all.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a tight offside.
Yeah, it was offside. Offside's offside, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they could have been 3 or 4-0 up. And then this was the worrying thing for me, was at half time, we're 1-0 down, we're still in the game, we've got 2 strikers on the bench, he makes 3 subs and they're all defenders.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? I think everyone was like just thinking, what is he doing? We're at home and you're bringing on 3 defenders. We've got 2 strikers on the bench.
He goes 3 at the back.
Yeah, plays 5 at the back, puts Wan-Bissaka on the right, Diouf on the left. But who are they aiming for?
But you know what?
Who are they aiming for?
Do you know what I think he was aiming for a draw there. That's
What do you mean? We was losing, weren't
We
we?
was losing, yeah, but he's thinking, right, get 5 at the back,
Yeah.
get the goal,
When
and
Nick
then
won.
we'll tighten it up and all that. But the goal was never coming. You could tell. I could tell it after 20 minutes.
I mean, you've only got to
There
look at the
wasn't-
stats from last night, the difference between the 2 sides.
Yeah.
I mean,
22 shots they had.
yeah, 22 shots. What was 10 on target, 11 on target? We had, 7 shots?
Yeah.
I was listening to commentary of it, and they said to me at one point they said to me they had no more than 30% of possession away, and last night they had 60 or something like that at the time.
Yeah, and that's the most touches,
And most
in, an
touches
opposition
in an opposition box
away
I've
from
ever
home.
had. And all that,
away from home,
it was weird. Like it was the stat. It was
like
as I
42
said,
touches.
the players. All of this nonsense about the players need you, the players need you, the players need you. The players need to step up. I heard Jamie O'Hara. He was talking to Gonzo today. They was talking about the stadium, and the fans and the players and all that sort of thing. And Jamie O'Hara was going, well, what's the stadium's dead, mate. He's going, yeah, but it's so far away. And, no, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that. I said, but he's going like, what's to motivate them players going out there? What's going to get them up for it? And I thought to myself, £150,000 going in your fucking bank.
Not even the money, mate. Being a professional fucking football player.
But I'm just saying. But even if you money, £150,000 going in your bank every week, at least merits you giving it a fucking go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm sorry, but them players last night, whether they've been worked on or not, they're professional footballers. They know the fucking game, right? And they will know that there's no that last night was not good enough, right? They will know that. It's whether they care. Right, and this is what started
Friday.
I'm seeing people like Tadibo. I think Tadibo, I think he's playing like that because he wants out. He was on the brink of a move to Juventus. He chose West Ham. He was on loan. We had to buy him. Yeah, he's never been picked really. He's been very inconsistent in the side. He doesn't want to play for us, right?
We fell out with Potter, didn't he? He fell out with Lopetegui. He's obviously got attitude.
He's got attitude issue, yeah.
Nuno didn't play him straight away, so.
That honestly, over 70 million on him in Kilman's got to be an all-time howler. Howlers.
Kilman is all over the fucking shop.
Kilman for the first goal needs to chest that away or header it. He didn't. He was caught in two minds, and it's led to their first goal. Like he needs to step up. Everyone needs to step up. I know you said about Bowen last night, but there was times for me where Bowen
frustrating.
It's frustrating, and like he does what he does. He gets the ball. He wants to cut in, but who's he getting it into? The only people he's had at the back post last night was Somerville.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, I'm not the tallest, but I'm fucking taller than Somerville.
The problem is we left everyone else so deep. Bowen would have the ball. All of a sudden, there's 3 players on him.
Yeah.
And no one's there for him to pass it to. So he's running into a brick wall.
That's fair play to Brentford for working that out, because they knew that our only danger man was going to be Bowen. I mean, last night, and this is like when I said about Paqueta earlier, he frustrates me because he doesn't want to get involved. When things ain't going that way, when he knows that we're going to have a scrap here, he doesn't want to get involved, and he's done that time after time after time. And it's not the first time I've sat here and said about him. Yeah. But there's other players as well. There was other players that let us down, and I honestly don't know. I mean, Nuno must be sitting there, and he's coming to West Ham. I don't think he realised how shit of a squad he has actually inherited. And I know individually on our day, we can be a good team, but we haven't seen it for a long time. 2 home wins in 2025 is poor.
Yeah.
It's bad. That's the first time, I think someone said earlier in our history, that we've lost our first 4 home league game or something like that.
Well,
ever.
Since 1931, I think it was.
No, I've heard ever.
I saw a stat. It said 1931. I see Sky posted.
Yeah, it's not great, and it is worrying. And Leeds ain't going to be easy. And then, we could be going into the next international break rock bottom, because I don't see 3 teams worse than us.
No,
I really don't. And we could be like, if we keep playing like that all season, what's the record lowest points? 9.
Yeah,
we'd be lucky to fucking get anywhere near that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you don't.
Listen, obviously we've got quality in there. It's the desire. Yeah, it's the desire. Like Somerville, Bowen, quality. Paquetá, quality on his day. Wilson's got a bit of quality. He's old. He's an old boy. He don't get game now, right?
What do you think the thing is with Wilson? Because it's funny that he started off and he was involved, and then ever since he scored, he seems like he's just been left out.
I don't know.
Do you think it's fucking Sullivan saying, "Don't play him"?
I think it might be money. Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Fucking
that could be it, because of the bonuses and shit he's on. But the other thing.
He ain't started for us.
No, he hasn't.
Right. And I don't know what.
He started one game, Palace.
Okay, yeah, he did start it. But I think the contract has to pay him the bonus, the fee, even if he comes on as a sub. I think Sullivan was getting. I think this is fact. This is just opinion, but I think there might have been a thing of him coming on after 70 minutes. We're losing games anyway, and he's going, "Where you make my money for?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't understand the logic behind that, because Sullivan's obviously agreed the deal. So would you rather see us lose, fans go against you, just to fucking save a few quid then again, he is Sullivan, yeah.
Mate, I remember
What
him
am I talking
moaning
about?
when we went through the cup because he had to pay travel to go to Everton.
Yeah.
He had to pay £150,000 to travel up there.
That's Sullivan all
Fuck
over.
knows how he's
isn't it?
paid £150,000 to travel up there. Like, well, fuck me, there must be some fucking coach there. But I'm just saying, like,
There's something to it. There's got to be something to that. But the other thing we're missing, where I lost my head was when he brought on Guido fucking Rodriguez. When he brought him on, I lost it. Because why the fuck are we still playing this geezer when we know he's useless? And hold up, we got Freddie Potts on the bench.
Magassa.
And Magassa.
Yeah.
Like, he's brought Potts, he started Magassa against Arsenal, he brought Potts off the bench at Arsenal. Like, okay, Magassa at times had a difficult game, but he grew into it. But Potts came on, didn't put a foot wrong. Why are you playing a geezer that shouldn't be here anymore?
And not only that, Dan, you've got to remember that James Ward-Prowse is not even getting a look in. Now, I know he's not great, but I'd rather have James Ward-Prowse in that team than Rodriguez, Irving, last night.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that. Like, Guido Rodriguez shouldn't be nowhere near the squad, and if you're going to bring someone on, I'd rather have Ward-Prowse on the bench.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse is on his way out. He ain't going to get another look. He's probably paying with the youth now. He didn't fancy him at Forest. He's come in and he obviously taken him straight out of the thing. He's not been involved in matchday squads, but
Mate,
I think it was. I think that game, right, was he's just got here. Yeah, he's had a couple of games with them. A load of them's gone on international break. I think he was just saying, let me go and let me see what this lot can do. Let me see what I've got here, because there ain't going to be a lot of opportunities because we're out of the cup until January, right? There ain't going to be a lot of opportunities.
you give him time off the bench.
Mate, I know, but you don't get to see a lot of them off the bench. Like, I think he was just hoping that Brentford were going to be so poor that he could have a look at what he's got. We're going to go in strong against Leeds. It is naive. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
That is a game, right, that we couldn't. He should have done that against Arsenal.
Yeah.
As a manager, you pick your best available 11.
Yeah.
Your best, not who you're going to think is going to do well. You pick your best. They all should have. All them Diouf should have started last night. Wan-Bissaka, they're all fit. They're not fucking. They've just come back from international duty, but they've all played games. Bowen played last night. He's been away with England.
Yeah.
Has he not done his homework before he took the job to see, like, Rodriguez is useless, Irving ain't really up to it? I know it's different.
Players, different managers.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's no excuse, Nick, to tank a game just to have a look at a player.
I think he was hoping. I think he was gambling on the fact that we would get through it ananyway. We'd at least get a draw out of it.
Well, he's massively
that's what I think
cost us.
But
you talk about Leeds as he's banking on Leeds. Leeds, mate.
No, mate, I know, but he's going to go strong against Leeds. I think that's his.
He fucking has to, because if he don't, the pressure's on.
Is that supposed to be some consolation? Like, they're a good team.
I'm just giving you what I think, because he's had them players for 2 weeks. I think he's thought to himself, let me have a look at them in a game situation. But he must have gone home last night and looked at his wife and
I think that obviously, he will go to, because Ellen Road on a Friday night, atmosphere's going to be electric. It's going to be a tough game.
They're a good team. They just can't finish. But if we give them 22 shots, they'll stick one in the back of the net, at least one.
I mean, look, I don't know where we go until January. We can't make any signings. So for me, them like Souček, he's his first game back after suspension. Souček's still got his work. The others, but I think that with having the likes of Steve Potts and Mark Robson now in your coaching staff, surely they've got to be in his ear saying, look, we've got 2 kids down in that under 23s, Fear and fucking Kante, bring them in, because just let them play with no fear. Let them go on there.
They can't do much worse.
They definitely can't do much worse than what them 2 done last night.
Yeah.
Souček is frustrating me. Souček, I think this is what I'd have done last night. If he had to go with that team, right? If I shuffled that team around, I would have gone and hear me out here. The 4 at the back, proper 4 at the back. So Scholes,
in their right position.
In their right positions, right? Areola. I'd have given Fernandes, if you have to pick him, and Irving, right? I'd have gone Paquetá at the point, Somerville, Bowen, Souček up top.
I'd rather
That's
stick
what
him
I
up
would've
top
done.
than in
Like,
midfield,
I
to be
think
honest.
The problem is,
Do you know what? Wait,
I
want to pull you up
hold
on something here. All right, but there's some hypocrisy
Alright,
going on
full
here.
What?
Because there was a couple of years ago, we did a Friday night
A couple of
pint.
years ago.
Wait, hold up. Well, it don't matter. You laughed at me when I suggested putting Souček up top. It was fucking hilarious.
But I wouldn't put him up top out of necessity. I'm just saying, out of that team that he picked last night, if I had to pick the same team, he would have been the better up top because he didn't fuck all in the midfield.
Well, it can't be that funny to stick him up top if you're choosing to do it over Bowie and over fucking Paqueta over
Well, we're going to
Summerville.
put Souček right wing then.
Well, just that he's a midfielder. You thought it was hilarious that he could go up top. You thought it was
I don't think
fucking
it's
hilarious.
But I'm just
Well,
saying,
you did then.
if I had to pick out if I was to fucking choose, I'd take him out and put fucking Callum Wilson in. That's what I would do.
Well, yeah, of course.
But I'm just saying, if he was entitled to go, I would have put Souček up top because at least Souček's going to cause frustration. He's going to be a menace in the box, right?
He's
Bowen
a
was
target.
playing off there. Summerville could get up the wing. What's his name? Paqueta playing in his natural position. It's just no one's playing in natural fucking positions. It's just weird, like. It's just weird.
I'm just getting Lopetegui flashbacks. He did that. Like, he would just change up the team.
I hope this was a
and
lesson
put people in all.
for Nuno. But I'm just saying,
He come out and said, like, we had the right game plan. It worked.
Maybe he doesn't see it as we see it, and he doesn't see it as a must-win game. He's thinking, no, don't worry about this one. We've got plenty in the future.
Well, he's got to fucking win them then, isn't he?
But I'm just saying, maybe that's how he feels. Maybe he's more confident. You know, at the end of the day, they do see things that we don't see, right? So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt once.
Yeah, but they also won't say things that we will say because they want to protect themselves.
Yeah, of course.
He can't sit there and say last night that he was impressed with any of them last night.
Yeah.
There's no player on that pitch who could walk off and think, yeah, you've done a half decent job for me today. There's no one. There's no one on that pitch.
To keep hold of Irving, no? Because I don't think we're going to be in the league next year.
Yeah, he'd be good in the Championship, to be honest with you.
Honestly, mate, it's
Yeah, because we're going to have an exodus.
we're in
on our
trouble.
hands.
We're in big trouble,
Mate,
Like,
I look at it, Ryan said it earlier, like, when you really look at it, who are the three worst teams you can bank on? Wolves at a stretch, they beat us, by the way. You know.
Forest has just gone out and gone Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche,
Yeah, he's
so
gonna-
if
he's gonna
they'd kept
solidify
Ange,
that.
I would have said them, they'd
the
be
thing is
tougher.
with Dyche, and why Dyche will do well there, because they've got two fucking good centre halves.
Well, yeah.
They've got two really good centre halves.
But yeah, so you look at them, I can't say it's finishing above them right now. And then you go and look at Burnley. I see them against Leeds the other day. They've got quality there, and I think they'll pick up points at home. They've got a home advantage. The teams we're facing, that we're battling for relegation, have got home advantages. Ellen Road, Turf Moor, you know,
I'm
City
telling you now.
Ground.
Do you know what that game reminded me of yesterday? And I've seen it once this season already. Opening day of the season, second half against Sunderland when we collapsed.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. But that was a whole 90 minutes of it. I just didn't even, like I said, even at half time, I think to myself, right, we're getting, bring on Callum Wilson, bring on fucking Callum Marshall, just fucking go for it. And then when they say they're making 3 subs and then they went to an advert, I'm thinking, oh, who's coming on? And 3 defenders come on. And I'm just like, at that point, honestly, I was just going to turn the fucking telly off because I thought, we're not going to win. We're not even going to get in this game.
I was in the pub and I think that was a catalyst for a lot of them walking out.
You know what's so weird, right? Because I look at that Everton game, we go 1-0 down in that game, and we change, our mentality change. We start hunting for that goal, we get the goal, and then we're hunting for the second goal until the point it looks like clock's ticking. Let's get out
there
with
was
the draw.
Skulls, bless him. He looked like a fish out of water.
Well, he was out of water, wasn't he?
118 games he's played in his career, and he's never played right back. And he stuck him in at right back. That's madness, right? Walker Peters, who is a right back over at left back, when you got Wan-Bissaka on the bench, when you got Diaz on the bench, like there's no need to put Skulls in like
But
that.
do you know
but I don't like when they put kids in like that under that much pressure, because it does not do their careers any good. You see Joe Cole, right? When we was under this pressure, and he was 21, and he was a beautiful player, Joe Cole. He was so skillful, like the new Gascoigne, right? And what we done, we knocked the bollocks out of him because we stuck him in the centre midfield when we needed fighters, and he was the only cunt tearing. He ended up being like fucking Dennis Wise, didn't he? That season.
Difference is with Joe Cole, he actually fucking cared.
He give a shit, but that's what I'm saying. But
Well, I'm sure Skulls does.
But he knocks the bollocks out of these kids, Dan. You know, they're talented players. Callum Marshall does not need the fucking pressure of coming on at 1-0 down against Brentford when it's already fucking toxic, and they're going on, get us a goal, son. He must be shitting himself because that is not a nice crowd to play in
I
front
don't
of.
get that from him though. I think what I've seen of Callum Marshall,
He
is
wants
that
to have a
when
go,
he comes
right?
on, he wants to be on that pitch.
But he's limited.
He
though.
wants to go on and
But
be the hero. He wants to get that equaliser.
He's limited. He's just limited. And
He's limited because we don't create nothing.
And when you're piled in with a bunch of let's be honest, overpaid prima fucking donners that were strolling around last night. When you're piled in like that, you get tarred with the same brush. And I don't think
Thing
it's
is,
fair
like,
for
you
guys
look at that,
Scholesy was fish out of water.
Who's your
I'm
creators
sorry
on
for
that
him.
pitch? You got Paqueta, you got Bowen, Somerville. There's no one else really that will get on the ball and like Somerville will take people and get across him. Bowen, get across him or he can cut inside and shoot. Paqueta loves that little flick over the top or playing that ball through. Fernandes is not that type of player. Fernandes is the one that wants to break up the play. Even last night, he's out of position. You know, we paid a lot of money for him. He was Potter's #1 target and we got him. Now obviously Potter's gone. Does Nuno fancy him? Because he drags him off. So I really don't know where. I said it. I keep saying it. I don't know where we're going to go.
In January, we need a fucking good centre forward.
We need a leader.
We need a centre half.
We need a
we need
voice.
3 or 4 scrappers.
We need a leader.
That's what we need.
We need a centre back.
I would be tempted to put that centre back in, the new one that we got on loan.
Igor.
Yeah.
Maybe just give him a go.
He weren't even in the squad last night.
No. I've heard he impressed him in training as well.
Well, he can't impress that much. He's not even on the bench.
Hold on. Give me a chance. I said I don't know whether it's going to be an injury or something. It might have been an injury. It might just be a fitness issue. But in terms of like centre half, Kilman, get him out. I think Kilman's the problem. If I'm honest with you, his positioning is like he's still playing foosball.
I mean,
he's all over the shop.
We've lost. Looks like Mavropanos is going to be out now for a
Yeah,
while.
he's done his hamstring, and he's been our best centre back this season.
I mean, yeah, and that's how the game finished. Down to 10 men, we're struggling. We've used all our subs, and then we concede that late second goal. It was just easy pickings for him.
That was the Palace
goal.
Goal, that was the Palace goal over again.
The thing is with the, I wanted to get this in ages ago. We were talking about the Scholes being out of position, left back. He didn't have to wait until substitutions to put. Why didn't he just see it during the game? Yeah, and switch him. Why did he let him play that way for the whole half and then switch it?
I just think a lot of these managers are stubborn.
Yeah, they think, well, if I don't want to admit that I was wrong.
Yeah. Like Ferguson.
The players could have done that during the game.
Yeah, just
switch fucking switch.
Well, I don't know, but if you're a 19-year-old kid and you go, right, he's told me to go on the right, I'm just going to go on the left.
But this is where your captain has to speak up, because Bowen would have noticed that. So he should be going over to the manager and saying, look, this ain't working. Or he just says, look, fucking, because you playing teams, captains can fucking tell you, switch.
Yeah. Well,
fuck the manager.
The
I know that's
job.
not what should happen, but sometimes when it's not working, you have to change it on the pitch.
The captain and the manager should be the two communicating, right? So he could go up to him. Like, Scholesy might not be confident enough to go up to them and go, put me over there. Like, but he will go to Bowen, like, Jared, I'm fucking uncomfortable here. And he should go to Nuno then and go, look, he's not having it there. Like, switch him over. You know, Walker Peters is going to be comfortable. He's going to be more comfortable. That's where they should be having conversation. But again, like, and I know you don't like have it. He's not captain. He's not captain.
Who is in that team?
No, I don't think there is one.
There's no leaders.
I don't think there is one.
This is it. Like, so.
But he is not captain. Like, there is certain things that captains should be doing that he don't do.
I don't think a lot of teams have that.
And I love the geezer.
I mean, look, captains have different roles, don't they? You know, we don't know what he's like in the change room. He could be one of the best speakers going. But on the pitch, he don't need that pressure on him. Let Bowen go and do what he does and play football, because we see him do it week in, week out. We've seen him do it for a long time now, especially playing for West Ham. You know, I think because you see it earlier in the season when it all was going wrong, and he had that incident at Wolves with the fans. You know, he is going to get targeted. Our fan base, and I think other fan bases as well, might do it, but we seem to target captains. Noble went through it, Nolan went through it, fucking Lucas Neal went through it, Rio Coca went through it. Yeah. You can keep going back. They always target the captains because they're the figurehead. Yeah, they're the figurehead. They're the ones that should be leading the team.
Look at the people that we compare them to, like Bobby Moore, Billy Bonds. That level of.
There's no.
I'm telling you now, if Bobby Moore and Billy Bonds were playing today's game, they'll be getting just as much stick.
Yeah.
Because it's different generations. Now everyone's got a voice.
Yeah,
everyone can go
on some mug like Dan telling us he's not good
enough. No, they'll be like, Billy
Alpha.
Bonds is fucking useless. Bobby Moore's shit. Like, that's what it is, like, these days.
You know, the thing is, though, right, because it is a different time, you can't, like, players don't like to be told off. They
No,
don't like
no,
to be
they don't,
shouted. So
no.
if Bowen's going and going, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Pull get your arse in gear.
But
like,
that is where masters of the game like
Ego.
Alex Ferguson comes.
Yeah, but Alex Ferguson couldn't do what he did today back then.
I reckon
What he
he
did
could.
back then today.
Because he was a good reader of the game. Like if you listen, and Brian Clough was
Mate,
the same.
you say that, but look at even the players that he did it to.
Just let me finish.
Roy Keane, David
Yeah,
Beckham
Roy
drove
Keane,
him away.
Who the fuck would ever get on with Roy Keane?
No, I'm just saying.
Eventually,
I'm
you
just
would fall out
no,
with
but
Roy
I'm
Keane.
saying, and he's not a soft player like the players
but
today.
He played for him for 10 years.
Yeah, but
Like-
he's not a softie.
And
Players today are soft,
but
mate. They're soft.
you're right. You are right, and this is what I'm saying. But what them sort of them people do, they read the person. Yeah. So there's some people that react to getting like stuck into and being told you're fucking shit, and they think right. And there's some people that you say you're fucking shit, and they go, oh no, he's told me I'm shit. I must be shit. And there was this different.
Yeah,
and
but then you
and
start doing that, mate, and then they're like, well, why is he picking on
I'm just
this
saying
one and not
that
one?
is why masters. Of
I
the,
just think
like,
it's a
very
different
it's a
game.
very difficult thing to do. Apparently, Moyes was very good at it.
It's not that as
So-
well. Players nowadays are on a lot more money than what they were back then, and players they
prima
don't
donnas.
care. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we lose, I don't care. I'm getting the same wages, going home. You know,
You're getting 6-year-olds getting houses bought for them and their family, like when they're going out
Yeah.
and trying to get them to sign for their club.
And what is that game nowadays? When you think about the money that's flying about football, someone goes and buys you a 400, 500 grand house.
Yeah.
It's nothing to them. It's
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. This
well,
is it.
Gazza chose Tottenham over Man United because they
Over
bought
an
his
house.
sister's fucking sunbed.
Sunbed, yeah. And he's had an house, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like to them football clubs nowadays, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like
I mean, they're pampered and catered to all their lives. Now you
They
tell
did
them,
that- what, do you know-
you're
That's why a
the
lot of them,
problem?
when they retire, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to fucking cook a meal. They don't know how to
Socialise, yeah.
iron. They don't know how to socialise.
I know,
Don't know how
right?
to-
There was a geezer played for West Brom. He phoned a geezer up from the club at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember his name now. 3 o'clock in the morning, because he wanted him to plug his aerial into the telly, and he was sitting on the
Aerial.
sofa.
How long ago are we talking about?
No,
Jesus.
but what, the
Aerial?
Sky dish or something had come out, and he went to him. I'm sitting on the sofa, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Come round and plug it in for me. And you think I would have gone round there and ginned him.
Well, if he's paying,
Yeah.
I'll
No,
do
he's
it.
not
If
paying,
he,
the club's paying. He's a club man. Like,
oh,
he's
right,
one of
yeah,
these
then chin him.
liaisons
Chin him then, yeah.
that-
If he's not going to get paid
you know,
extra.
the players, we've got one, Max something in it. Max something, so and so. Or we have got like, but you get these players who are employed to look after the player. He's ringing them up at 3 o'clock in the morning, come round because he can't be bothered to get up and go and plug the fucking telly in. Like,
Yeah. And this is
this is the level of people you're talking about, right? And this is what
And you're
I'm saying.
expecting to put a shift in on the pitch.
And that's what I'm saying. And when people like Alex Crook and I see Jamie O'Hara and all that saying, you've got to be there and support them. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. I'm driving up to Leeds on Friday. I'm finishing work, and I'm driving up there at midday. Right, driving up there, me, my brother, and whoever else is coming. Right, watching the game, doing the fan cams, and then driving back. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's say Tadibo, what's he doing? He's getting to the training ground about 12. He'll sit on a coach. They'll fly him home, or they'll let him stay there, or whatever. They're not making.
They'll be
the same
travelling in
effort.
luxury.
The thing
they're
is,
not sitting in a
Like,
little
don't
tiny
tell-
car like
yeah,
you.
like,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like-
what I'm saying. Like all these people saying, you know, they need you. You should be abandoning the game. Well, I'll be there at Leeds. I'll be there against Newcastle. Look, this is the one game we've ever missed on purpose. Yeah. So I can't subscribe to that. Like that's what I said. I will be driving in a tiny car with 4 geezers, farting, and all of that, drinking beer and all of that, whatever they do. And they're sitting on a big fucking luxury. They take 2 coaches now because there's not enough fucking space for the cunts because they've got tables and sofas and all that sort of thing. That's how they're getting there, and that's how they're getting home.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm sitting in a full Cougar, 4 o'clock in the morning in traffic, getting home from now. Like, don't tell me they need me. Like, get me on your fucking coach then.
The thing
Yeah.
is, like,
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
Like-
I see all like Cundy and O'Hara and all that in the comments, and Jamie Carragher. And to be fair, what I see of them after the game, they were spot on with what they were talking about with the team. But with the fans and talking about the boycott, the thing is, the boycott wasn't a success last night. I know some people saying it was. I don't think it was. I think that this is the problem though with modern day fans is you'll get the loyal ones that will boycott. As I said, I've got no issues with people that wanted to go, no issues. but for the people that don't go, they're going to get replaced.
I
New
think-
people are going to come in.
The problem is with that, right, and I'm going to say this now, right, you see it last night, it was full of people that are not normally there, right?
Yeah.
It's because they dropped the prices so low. Now, the club know what they're doing, they're not stupid, right? They dropped the prices so low that everyone was thinking, you could take a family of 4 there last night for 26 quid.
Yeah.
26 quid for a family of 4. When, right, have you ever known you'd be able to take your family to football
And
for 26 quid?
This is why I would say...
But that is why they use underhand things.
Yes.
But what I would say, right, and I would say this now, right, that's all well and good, right? You can try and paper over the cracks of the boycott, right? Let's be honest, right? When you talk about David Sullivan and Karen Brady, right, I think a big part of the issue, and I know you said the stadium, right? And I know you say the stadium a lot, right? But I think a big part of it is, it's not just the stadium, Dan, it's their failure to admit they've failed.
Well, yeah, but I don't... Yeah.
It's them turning around and trying to turn every single reporter and all that, who are their friends, and turn around and try and convince us that we're wrong.
Yeah.
Not they're wrong, we're wrong. And that's what I think a big part of the problem is. And I think that's where a big sort of like, what's that thing when it bubbles up underneath the surface? I think it's built up like that, and I think that is where a lot of people go, I'm fed up with them. They can't admit their mistake. They fucked that stadium up, right? It's good for them.
Yeah.
And I said this about Simon Jordan. It's all right for Simon Jordan to turn around and go, make the stadium better, make the stadium better. When Simon Jordan goes to football, Simon Jordan is talking from the perspective of one man, right?
Yeah.
He's a football owner, right, that will not walk into the London Stadium and go and sit in block 229, seat 458 like I do, right?
Yeah.
What he will do is he will go and have his fucking fish and chips upstairs or whatever the fuck he has, and his champagne and his caviar and all that, and he'll go and sit in the padded seats in the heated seat, and that's how he experiences football.
Yeah.
That, compared to Upton Park, is a lot different, right? But don't sit there and tell 65,000 people that will experience that and who said, that is worse than that. Don't sit there and tell them you're wrong. Yeah. Right, and that is what them people are sitting there, and they've convinced the journalists to do. They've sat there and basically convinced the world, we're fucking talking shit.
Yeah.
We're talking shit, right? Every fan that comes away to that ground, right? Every fan will tell you it's the worst stadium they've ever been to.
Well, yeah,
every single fucking one, right? There ain't one fan that can turn around and go, that's all right. Like in comparison to ours, that's all right. It's the worst. It got voted the 90th worst ground in the league, right? The one Premier League ground that got voted below us was the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and it wasn't built.
Yeah, yeah.
That is why it got voted below us, because no one voted on it because it wasn't there, right? And that's what I'm saying. That is where Martin. This is when they try to make you look like a liar. I've had the same experience, right? Talk Sport was the fucking one that done it, right? I was there at Blackburn when David Sullivan came walking out, and I'll tell you exactly who it was. It was Dom and Marshy went over to him and started talking to him about signing John Joe Shelby, right? The next day they reported on the radio that he'd been attacked by 10 West Ham fans. Jim White, I've been told by a source that I was attacked by 10. It was Dom and Marshy going, why didn't you sign John Joe Shelby? There ain't midfielders out there. I'll listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
There ain't midfielders. He's a liar. He's a liar, right? And he gets all his mates to lie for him, and that is why at the moment, it's a bit of a mess, because you've got half of them like Alex Cook. Well, they won the European trophy, didn't they? That's why they left Upton. They won the European trophy. Well, that European trophy wasn't even there when we left Upton Park. Like, we was meant to be in the champion. All these promises and all, and they try and convince you, even though it's on record, they try and convince you that's not what we said, that's not what we've done, that's not what we meant. And that is where the disdain is coming from for this football club. And I'm telling you now, right, the way it's going on the pitch, right, he is making that asset of his £1 billion. £1 billion he thinks that's worth. Yeah. What's worth £1 billion? It ain't the fucking team, it ain't the coaching staff, it ain't the training ground, it ain't the ground that we don't own. So he's putting that badge, this badge.
Yeah.
£1 billion. It's not even the fucking best badge we've ever had.
No.
Let alone the fucking one. And that's what I'm saying about a new owner coming. Sorry, boys.
No, you're right.
And that's what I'm saying about a new owner coming in, right? And I see your fucking thing on Simon Jordan. This is what frustrates me with him. They do not understand what you're talking about. He's lying about you. He's lying about what you said. He's lying about what we're saying. We're not demanding a stadium. But what I would say, if anyone comes in this stadium now and buys this, David Sullivan, for one, right, got to admit his mistakes, right, and turn around and hold his hands up for once in his fucking petty little life, right, in his miserable, lonely little life. Hold his hands up and turn around and go, I fucked this up, right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut my profits that I wanted to make and get out of this club so someone can take it forward. That's the first thing you can do. That would garner my respect.
Yeah.
That would garner my respect. And the second thing he can do is at least try and make up for it. Because if any businessman come in there and bought that stadium, the first thing that you're going to notice is the stadium is not fit for football. It's losing us games, it's losing us fans. So when he's turning around and going, who's going to come in and a businessman would, because a businessman could come in there and say, well, this ain't good for business. The business that we're in is not fucking thriving in this place. Yeah. So we're going to have to invest. If you had a corporate office, right, and you was in Regent Street and you was doing very well, and you think, do you know what, I'm going to move to a bigger, better shop, but you moved it out in Shropshire. Yeah. It might be better looking, it might be better for you, right? But for the customer, you're not going to drive the customer there.
The problem you've got there is there have been times where we have proven that stadium can be rocking, and they'll look at that. And the thing is, what they look at,
play a European semi-final every week.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But you look at that, and why was we having them times? Because we had better players on the pitch. So to improve the team, if we improve the team, if someone come in now and pump money into the team, left the stadium, and we started going out and doing what City done, Chelsea done, and we was winning week in, week out, people will still have a problem in the stadium. But they'd forget about it because we're winning games.
Let me go back to the boycott, because I didn't get to respond to what Ryan said. I disagree that the boycott. I disagree that the boycott wasn't a success. I think it was a success.
I think it was a success, but I think we was expecting a lot less people.
I think
mate. Sorry.
We heard what you just thought for fucking 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. What I think.
I'll put my microphone.
Yeah, put your fucking first before you speak. You got a microphone. What I think is, the reason why I say it's a success, so the first stage, obviously, before the boycott even happened, the media was talking about it, or I was in there, they was talking about it, it was getting attention. Then the boycott happened, right? And yes, there was more people because they had to respond to the boycott. They had to slash ticket prices, and they had to chase and hound fans to try and get people in. Then, you'd think there'd be more people in boycotted, right? You think there'd be more empty seats, but there was enough for them on Monday Night Football to go, wow, look at this, look at the problem. What?
But when you look at it on the TV,
I agree. I'm not laughing at that.
It looked full.
They moved everyone down.
They moved everyone
down.
And Sky didn't really pick up on it.
Yeah.
Sky didn't really mention it. Yeah. I didn't see anything about it in the pre-game. They spoke about it a little bit.
There was a point where they was panning around it because there was the heart, where the camera is. You see, they started to pack fans out in that way. But when you look around, people was taking.
To be honest, 2-0 down or 1-0 down in Neo, I've seen that many a time over there where they've panned and people have left. That's the problem. And look, I agree. You know, I'd love to see even if it took 10 years for us to have a new stadium somewhere. I know Simon Jordan was saying about. Who do you expect a billionaire to come in and build a stadium? I understand it from that point of view because an owner coming in is not going to look it straight away and think, I'm going to build a stadium next week.
In the future.
Yeah, that's
in the future.
No one's asking for that.
But in 10 years' time, or stay at Stratford and knock half the stadium down and build it in.
But we don't own it, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
But then they'll come in and hopefully, get that's what Pi Capital wanted to do, didn't they? Pi Capital was planning to buy all the land.
Look, when David Sullivan wanted to move to the London Stadium, right, it didn't happen for 6 years, right, and that was on the table there and then, right. Yeah. It didn't happen for 6 years, right. So it takes a long time to get these. No one's going to. But if someone came in and went, right, well, this is what we want to do with the team now. Let's get that stable first, and let's get the backroom stuff. Let's do the training ground up, and then I'll tell you what we do. In the future, we'll look at building plans for a new stadium. We'll look at sites and all that. It's going to take years. It'll take years.
Yeah, but give us a plan.
But that would be a fantastic selling point for any new owner coming in.
Yeah, I mean,
if someone come in now, if someone come in now and put their bid on the table and turned around and went, do you know what we want to do? I know Pi Capital done it, but a lot of people didn't take them as serious. No, but I'm just saying, like a serious. But
they saw value. That's why they wanted to buy, because they saw value in the land.
Yeah.
Right?
But a serious investor come in and he turned around and went, do you know what? I'm going to buy this football club. I'm going to offer the chairman £500 million. But this is what I'm going to do with the squad. And I know, listen, we've heard this from so this is what we want to do with the squad. And I think the long-term future for the 10-year, 15-year future, I think it is to own our own stadium and get out of the London Stadium and wind it down there, right? Yeah. I think that pressure from people that knew that was seriously on the table. If someone come out like a Saudi billionaire, like Amanda Staveley was doing, and laying their plans out about Newcastle. If someone come out and do that, I think the pressure would be unmountable. But someone might even kill him over it. That would be my fucking thing, because he's so stubborn. You know what I mean? Like, it might come down to something like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, the thing is, Simon Jordan was talking about 2 billion, 3 billion, as if people want a Spurs super stadium.
He's talking nonsense.
Super duper
I would
stadium.
take Villa Park.
Yeah,
I'll take Burnley's ground. And that's because if you can pick up Burnley's ground and put it here, I'll take it right now.
Yeah, of course. But
honestly, it's not about for us the amount of people in there. I'm going to be there week in, week out. That's what. But I'm just saying what I was saying to you earlier. Why them people that he packed it out with last night, them people that he's throwing them cheap tickets at. Yeah, when we go down because of these fuck ups, they're not going to be there picking up them tickets.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, trying to boycott a game on a Monday night, where, let's be honest, even if the boycott wasn't,
it would be
planned,
similar.
it would still be similar.
It was
why not do it? Why not do it at away games? Why not boycott away games?
But that's where the hardcore is. Yeah, you'd be right. That would probably
boycott
be
an away game.
Yeah, but then I think it's that visual isn't as prominent.
Do you know
because
what I
it's
would
one
do?
culture.
I think it will be picked up more.
Yeah, so do I.
If say, for instance, if we went, say we got a 3,000 capacity somewhere, and no one went, they're going to pick up more on that than
I
being
think,
at home.
I agree with you there, because the hardcore there, you might be able to convince people there. But what I would do with the people, if they was up for it, I'd travel up with them.
Yeah.
I'd get someone to invest some protest money, pay for travel to get people up there, enough people up there so it makes a difference. Keep that way in, don't empty it, but have them outside waving their black back, like carrying the coffins and all that. That's what I would do, right, if I was there. But what would be more, what I think would be super effective, is it a walkout, a mass walkout.
We'll arrange
because
it.
That
Organise
I
it.
can't organise that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what we need to do is
organise it.
No, we all have our ideas and that, but I think, we've got the sit-in, we've got Burnley. What we've got to do is just get behind what's being done.
The problem you've got in with the sit-in, and I think it's a good idea, but if West Ham are 3-0 down by the 60th minute, people are just going to walk out anyway.
Yeah, no,
that's
they
possible,
might do.
let's be honest.
And like, you're going to get a select few, probably maybe 500 that stay behind, and no one's going to batter an eyelid here. No one's going to take notice
but the
of it.
thing is,
the protest against Burnley, this is why, leading up to that Burnley game, you have to fucking get involved in it and join,
I think we've got to really get behind all of them. So
do you honestly, though, hand on heart, think that these protests and that will last and it will force Sullivan out?
Listen, right now, I'm just at that point of we have to do something, right? If we don't do it, if we don't do anything, Sullivan's not going anywhere.
I agree.
Right? It's better than doing nothing.
The problem is, I think that he's so stubborn, even if we do stuff, he's not going to go anywhere.
I don't care.
Unless
my granddad, right? My granddad had a 1965 European Cup final programme, yeah? I asked him for that every week. I went round his house every week. I went, can I have that? He went, no, you fucking can't. It was signed by goal scorers. I asked him for it every week, right? Can I have it? 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 He told me no for 7 years. Then one day I asked him, oh, for fuck's sake, have it. If you don't ask and you don't crack on and keep on persistent, you'll never get the answer.
No, I get that, but how long are they gonna keep protesting? Because people will get involved at first, and when they see nothing's happening, then this will happen. People will start thinking, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. And that's the thing you need to get into people's head, that it is worth it.
But that's why we've got to come on here. But that's what I'm saying. That's why on our platforms, we've got to be positive on it. Because if we put doubt in people's mind, they watch it and go, oh, maybe it isn't going to work. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, maybe there's no point. But if we're sitting here and we're going, like fucking protest, this is going to work, this is going to do it, then they're going to feel empowered. So we've got to use our voice, because we play a role in this as much as the people organising it. And that's why, because that's what I say, I want to know at the end of it, whatever happens, I look to the mirror and say, did I do everything I could at the time?
Did I try, yeah.
Did I try? Did I do everything I possibly could to make change at this club, even if it didn't work? Yes. Well, I can sleep at night. Even if it ends up coming to nothing, I tried for my club. If we just sit there in silence and support like good little fans, and Sullivan's still in and we're moaning it next season, oh, Sullivan this, Sullivan that, How can I look at myself when I think you had the chance to do something?
Everyone's got
You did
a
fuck all.
boiling point, as they say, right?
Yeah.
So there are people that went. Let's take the geezer that run Olas. He weren't having it from day one. He said, when we leave there, I'm never going there. That's me done with West
Fair
Ham,
play.
right? And as the years have gone on, every year someone reaches their boiling point. I will have a boiling point.
Mine
point.
and Ryan's were last season.
Yours was last year for different reasons.
Mine was a bit personal reasons. I mean,
But they're
if
different
my
reasons.
incident wouldn't have happened, I probably would have still been going. But my issue was with the way the club treated me. My love for West Ham ain't ever
Don't
going to
dwindle.
change.
Yeah.
Just like Dan, whether we're sitting at home or whether we're in the stadium, it don't matter. Like,
If-
I still fucking... There's not a day that I don't talk about West Ham. There's not a day that I'm not reading something online about West Ham.
Of course.
Or watching anything West Ham. It's just part of your life.
Yeah.
It's part of our DNA, and that is the issue. And that for someone like Sullivan, but I've got to ask you both this question because I'm not at that boiling point yet. I'm getting to break. I'm not getting to breaking, but I think I'll always go. I do think a lot of people only go because of habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
100%.
it has become a habit for me to go, right?
Yeah.
And obviously I've got a vested interest with other things.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that at some point, I think my boy's reached his boiling point, and that is sad to me because he's been there for 2 seasons, the poor bastard, right? 2 seasons he's been there, and he's seen us win twice,
Do you know?
and it's against Man United and Ipswich.
Do you know how many
the others he
times
missed.
I've heard that, right, of dads that take their boys, right, take their kids,
It
and
broke
they
me.
only still go because they're kid, and they told me their kid turned around and said, Dad, I don't want to come anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But that is that.
I've heard
see,
that so many times.
When
It's
I was a
heartbreaking.
kid, right, and my boy won't never. My boy is inherited my passion for West Ham. He loves West Ham. He loves them to death. But he sat there last week, right, and Ryan will attest to this. He didn't know exactly what I'm talking about. We've been going since many years, since we was kids and all that, with our friends. There was a time, 10 men, 2-0 down against Tottenham, right? You'd never think you was out of it.
No.
At home. You'd never think, you'd think, we might get beat, we might lose 4-0, but you'd think to yourself, we've got a chance at least, right? And my boy turned around and went to me, as soon as he got sent off, he went, should we go? And I went, no. Why would I go? Right? And I've always been at that, I never leave. Right?
Yeah,
I never
same,
leave till the fucking end. I want to see it to the end, right?
Right.
And there's times when you want to, but most of the time, I'm very, very stubborn. I will
Mate,
stay there
I've
to the
sat in
end.
that stadium when we've been 5-0 down to City and sat there
Yeah,
till the end.
and we've sat there to the end.
For
Right?
years, I
But
don't
there
think
were a lot of people that reached their boiling point, and I never blame them for that, right? But there was times when I used to think, because I've got that habit, is this ain't over. I've seen us do it. I've seen us do that, right? And then, but he's going to me, Dad, we're not going to come back. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, and that is what he knows of West Ham
Yeah.
against what I know of
I
West
think a
Ham.
lot of people, especially in the last 5-6 years, and especially being at the London Stadium, is that people would go because their mates still go. So they think, do you know what? I don't enjoy the stadium, but I'll meet up with people.
Yeah, a lot
and
of people
eventually,
say
them people, year by year, are not going anymore. So then you find yourself, oh fuck,
I'm on
I
my
haven't
own.
got no mates no more, so I'm not going to go anymore.
Yeah.
And kids these days, it's different. I think it's different generations because when we was growing up as kids, we didn't have distractions like social media and other things going on.
That was my
You
life.
used to go to school
Yeah.
and then West Ham on a Saturday and then playing football on a Sunday. But now kids have got so many distractions that they find it hard to go. You see them at games, they go, but they're on their phones. Not even interested in going.
Yeah.
Some dads drag them there just fucking because the old woman's told them, get them out the fucking house.
Yeah.
But
You know?
this is it. Imagine though, right, and it would still be difficult, but imagine we was at Upton Park, right, and you had all the old school there, and they're taking their kids, and they're seeing this atmosphere, right, rocking on a night game, right, under the lights. You're going to get that bug, right? You're going to get the fever for West Ham.
You
Well,
do.
we all did.
We all did.
No, that's
And
exactly.
but that is the thing.
But at this stadium, it's a different
I am
story.
not feeling the same thing, and that is the
Yeah, but-
danger.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So say being a young guy, right, you're in a stadium that's silent, quiet as a fucking you like.
But
yeah?
to be honest,
you're
now,
not
I'm going to
gonna
be honest, for someone that goes, and he'll attest to this, most of them are.
Yeah,
Right.
most modern
Most of them
day stadiums are. It's
It's
rare
there,
that you go to a game now
Where the home fans
and the
are
home
rocking.
fans are rocking for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
I
I think
could
part of that
name-
is probably modern football.
I could name Leeds.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
name
Wolves, Forest,
Forest.
when they're winning.
Even Sunderland were fucking silent.
I'll tell you one of the best atmospheres I've been to in recent years, Huddersfield away.
Yeah.
That for 90 minutes. I mean, it was a game when we beat them 4-1 when Lanzini and Arnautovic scored, and Noble, I think. But for 90 minutes, they were non-stop.
Yeah.
Like, you do get, like,
Do we
Palace.
count Palace? I know they have their drum, but...
Yeah, Palace have got their ultra bit, and it's...
But they're trying. Even Arsenal are trying.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm just
they
saying,
were when I was there.
most modern stadiums, what you go to now, it is dead silent. Go to Anfield, dead silent. Go to Old Trafford, dead silent.
Yeah,
you
I
get pockets of things like the London Stadium. I don't know why we get it the most, because I don't. Do you know why I think we get it the most? It's because we're the furthest away, and we're the
of
least
course.
vocal in terms of like that no one can hear it because it's so far. Like there's parts of that stadium that are 20 metres away from a pitch.
I mean,
20
how many
metres.
times, like, when you was at, I know we keep going back to it, but you was at Upton Park and you used to sing Bubbles and you used to want to sing it so loud that it generated the... Now you watch people sing Bubbles, half people can't even be bothered to sing it.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? It's just like, you'd have like people talking, but like you're talking to me and I'm going, breathe.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just because it's
And
like
they're watching
playing.
the telly.
Yeah.
They're watching up on the screen. Yeah.
It's sad the way the club is at the moment, but the thing is, we're at a low point now. And when you're at your lowest,
There's
you
only
can
one
only
way.
go higher.
Yeah.
So we need now to... Nuno's got a big job on his hand.
There's a lot of leagues below us.
But the thing is, I still, and people will laugh, I still think we will stay up this season. It'll be a scrap, but I think we will still
We'll find
stay
something,
up.
you think?
And I just think that, like, yeah, Nuno's got a big job on his hands, but I think we've got the right man there to do it.
I think you can only ride your luck so many times in this league. You can only flirt with relegation. We see it with
Villa done
Sunderland
it, didn't
and
it? Villa
Stoke.
done it. Villa
Yeah.
flirted for about 3 or 4
Villa,
years around
Stoke,
there. They
Sunderland.
went down. Newcastle done it. They went down. It happens. And,
It's like you've got to change before you got people out of your luck.
before you get
Everton
caught.
flirted with relegation for a long, long time,
And then they got no owners.
but then they went out and got David Moyes. You know what I mean?
They got new ownership. Yeah.
New ownership, but even under that new ownership, they were still flirting.
Yeah,
Don't
but
forget
Moyes
when
is
Moyes
getting
went in
They
there.
only
Yeah.
came in last season, though, didn't they? The new owners.
But look, Moyes, he's getting criticism, but he's always going to get criticism because there's certain Everton
I think
fans
what I
that will
find
want him now.
disingenuous, I say this, right? People compare Moyes' first season at Everton to ours, to this West Ham this season. Oh, shit.
Even the light got bored.
Yeah. But I will say,
Boycott.
compare Moyes' first season at Everton to his first full season at Everton to his first full season at West Ham, right? Obviously, he's not doing as well at Everton as his first season.
See your arse.
See your arsehole. You're actually talking about your arsehole.
So, yeah.
Oh, but
God, that's how long we've been going for. That was on 100%
We
when
can
we
hear
started.
him, but we can't see him. That's what the viewers are thinking.
Yeah, so, no, but that's what I'm saying. They're not comparing Moyes at the same stages. Because Moyes done a very good job for a period, but the question will be at Everton, when he's there 3-4 years, can he sustain it? Can he build? Can he grow?
He won't be there 3-4 years. They brought him in just to keep him up because
Yeah, well, there you go.
he's still in that group of managers like Dyche, Moyes. You know,
What was
then
it?
we had, like, before that, you had Allardyce, Pulis, Pardew. They were the type of
Who was
managers.
the one that used to come everywhere? He was at Forest, he was at fucking Wimbledon. Lenny Lawrence. Was it Lenny Lawrence?
Dave Bassett.
Dave Bassett.
Lenny Lawrence.
I don't know why I said Lenny Lawrence. Dave Bassett. He was one of them managers.
Yeah,
wasn't he? He used to
you
turn
have
up
that.
everywhere.
You have that sort of type of manager. But
But
look,
let's hope the only way is up.
we need to get a positive result at Leeds on not only a positive result, a positive performance, and I'm sure we will see a more sort of 11 that he has been
Dynamic.
putting
Yeah,
out. Like,
we'll see a better performance,
Yeah.
I think, but it's just a case of will we see a better result?
I mean, Mavropanos is obviously out. So who comes in now? Is it Igor? Is it
I
Tadibo?
think
Is
it's got to
it?
be Igor.
I can't see him just start. Well, I don't know. I couldn't see him picking the team
Apparently
he
he's,
picked yesterday.
he's impressed, but it looked like fucking the way he picked the team looked like everyone had impressed him. It looked like
Yeah,
he must have
I
been smoking some marijuana or something.
Irving must have been screaming in them training
Yeah,
sessions, man.
so we'll see. Like, obviously, we want to say a big thank you to the Roundhouse in Dagenham, as usual. You know, our home for post-match.
Do you know
Pint.
what?
Yeah.
Give away an OK jersey to someone in the comment section.
I'll give away an OK jersey
what?
to someone in the comment section.
We've got to cheer them up somehow, haven't we?
We'll do that. So before I'll get onto the OK jerseys, but I would say on the 1st and 31st of October, they've got a Halloween event. The 31st
seen
is
the decorations?
Banging, yeah.
yeah. What's that?
Decorations are good.
Yeah, they've got the decorations. They're coming in. They're ordering more, so they get more. But the there you go. I was thinking the the 31st is the kids' party, so the kids go. Bring your kids down, Dagenham Roundhouse, right? And then on the 1st, we got the adults. The 1st November, Saturday night, the adults party for Halloween.
What are you dressing up?
Come and dress up as. I want to dress up as Nuno.
Nuno.
Yeah.
Dress up as a sausage.
Come as Dan, please come as David Sullivan.
Oh my fuck! That might as well come as Jimmy Savile. I'll cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. So yeah,
You said Jimmy Somerville.
Yeah, Jimmy
Somerville, yeah. Yeah, so do check out Dagenham Roundhouse. Come down, it's my local. And OK jerseys, I'm wearing the OK jersey.
He needs a new one.
I think for the
I'm
OK
waiting for
jersey
new lots.
giveaway, I think comment in there, predict the starting 11 for Leeds, and if you get it right,
Or the closest.
and if there's 2 or 3, we'll put them in your spin the
And
wheel
listen,
thing.
That's a
I'm
good
going to tell you
idea.
something about OK jerseys now, because Ryan's got one on the way and he's going to wear it. He's going to show you it, mate. It ain't just West Ham shirts, mate. Think of classic shirts. Think of classic shirts.
modern,
It ain't got to be
whatever.
West Ham. If you've got all the West Ham ones and you think, I don't fancy another West Ham one, go on there, mate. He's got a Barca one coming. It's Larry.
Internationals as well.
Internationals. He's got a Japan one coming.
Retro.
It's Larry.
It's Larry. You'll have a
There's
bit
some
of
Larry
Larry.
ones out there. I'm going to get some England ones during the World Cup.
Same,
It's a banging website. Go and check them out.
90s were the best kits.
Yeah,
Innit?
100%.
Yeah,
And it's
big.
Them people that design them kits must be on acid,
just
mate.
say-
They don't give a shit.
yeah, now they're so tight, the kids.
Just like that. West Ham goalkeepers, just stick your son on it.
What is it? Yeah. Do the Sunset in the City on the Newcastle shirt. Fuck it. Bang it out.
That's what I like. They're
39.99.
creative.
United, you and Graham Green.
They were creative.
I see, you know what? It's funny enough, I see his geezer running down the road.
How should we design the England Euro 96 goalkeeper shirt? I've got some opal fruits here.
Yeah.
Give them a multicoloured fucking
Chuck
goalkeeper
them on the
shirt.
floor and see what comes out.
Opal fruits.
I love
The
fucking...
yellow one was my favourite. The yellow
See,
one was
that's
classic.
a-
Gary had that.
Oh, opal fruit. What? The yellow opal fruit.
No,
what?
the goalkeeper.
Oh,
The England goalkeeper. kit.
we said yellow opal
No, the
fruit.
England one that we had in Euro 96.
Yeah.
Gary had that, and it had the Umbro on the collar there.
Yeah.
But you can get some of them kits on there as well, them goal with the keeper kits.
Check them out. Big thanks for watching. So, well, there we go. We had an event. We had a rant. Hopefully, we have a better time on Friday.
And the thing is, mate, if you don't laugh, you cry.
Exactly.
I'm at that point now. It's just, I'm thinking about Leeds, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just sitting there thinking how tired I'm going to be, how shit it's going to be, how much we're going to get beat by.
But just think how good you feel if we win.
Yeah, that's
always
the thing.
that chance, isn't it? So, yeah, good stuff.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for watching us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. We'll be coming up with all the build-up towards the Leeds game on Friday, which is
Thursday night pint. as
Thursday
well.
night pint, yeah, which is a quick turnaround. We'll be doing videos all week, so look out for them. Thank you very much to the Roundhouse. Thank you to OK Jerseys for sponsoring the video. And that's it, boys.
That's
One
it.
thing left to say.
Come
on,
on,
you
guys.